The Yankees have some really elite young pitching, some really electric fastballs like my guy Cam Schlittler, guys who have a great pitchability like Elmer Rodriguez Cruz, but all of their ceilings pale in comparison to the monster himself, Carlos Lagrange. We're talking 6'7", 102 mile per hour, swings and misses, blowing it past him, and absolute pitching presence.
Lagrange delivers. Swing and a miss, he got him. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. Lagrange kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, he got him. 90.
0-2. Another breaking ball, cut on a miss, strike. Breaking ball dots the outside corner. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cut on a miss, strike 3. 5 punch outs for Carlos Lagrange.
Swing and a miss, so Vorpin retired. 0-2. Swing and a miss. The 1-2 to Doty. Swing and a miss. And he gets him swinging. And he got him swinging. And that's 5 in a row. Swing and a miss. 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 12 strikeout outing. He was terrific tonight.
89, nearly 100 from Lagrange. 3-2. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second base from Frick. Lagrange sets again. The 1-2. Got him that time. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Got him with the gyro that time. Swing and a miss by Bo Davidson. Lagrange deals the 1-2. Taken for a called strike 3. Lagrange pats his chest.
Heading into here as the runner takes second.
3-2 is in there for a strike 3 called.
In the world of pitching prospects, there's probably 1,000 different ways to succeed, but every once in a while, a pitcher comes along and those eyebrows go up because the fastball and the presence is so electric. That's the case with Carlos. It changes the entire conversation when he steps up to the plate in terms of what this farm could be and what the future rotation could look like in New York. It's weird because in AA baseball, this kid is must watch, absolute must watch. Right after Cam Schlittler got promoted to AAA, they bumped up Carlos to AA, and he's filled that spot in the rotation and been really, really good. He's a towering 6'7" right-hander from the Dominican Republic, and he throws baseballs as hard as everybody else in all the minors. What makes him such a fascinating watch, and honestly must-watch AA baseball, is the battle between his unhittable stuff when he's going, and on the flip side, the major hurdle is the control. You want to take a look at the numbers? They're pretty eye-popping. Lagrange is an absolute strikeout machine. In his career, he's averaging over 12 strikeouts per 9, and that's a perfect example of a swing and miss pitcher with a fastball that sits between 97 and 99 and has touched higher than 102 miles per hour. He also has a well above average slider, in my opinion, that should be considered by a lot as a wipeout pitch in its own right. His fastballs have a unique shape, and they've been better here as of late, carrying ride and generating even more swings and misses that make hitters look like they are well behind it. From a pure stuff standpoint, he has the arsenal of a future ace, and he's really the kind of pitcher you draft first in a video game because you know the potential is there to absolutely dominate. But the issue, the major hurdle that can stop him from getting to the majors altogether, much of his career, he's averaged over 5 walks per 9 innings. That's a major issue. This is really the central conflict of his entire profile. He'll strike out 3 batters in an inning and then walk the next 2 the next inning, which gives his watching experience a little bit of a roller coaster feel, similarly to honestly how it is like watching Luis Hugh on the mound. This was enough of a hang-up that honestly, a lot of people had him profiled as a high leverage reliever rather than a starting pitcher. Now this year, there has been a little bit of a turnaround. Something must have changed. After a rocky year in 2024, he's been making strides, big strides in his control, posting a much improved walk rate so far in 2025. Just want to slip this in here too. One of the really impressive performances he had, and I'm going to read it, I don't want to mess up the stat line. It was May 15th in 2025, right before he got moved up. He had 9 Ks and 0 walks, and that's kind of the shift this year that led to like people being like, oh shit, maybe the control is actually there or could get there. And he's showing an ability to land his pitches, primary and secondary pitches for strikes, and that more consistent command is what I'm sure they're praying to see in New York because there's so much upside there. He's moving from being just a flamethrower to more of a pitcher's pitcher. He's harnessing some of that incredible stuff and translating it into more consistent results, which is why right now he's considered the top pitching prospect in the New York Yankees organization and a top 100 prospect in all of baseball. It's his growth that has scouts and analysts buzzing, myself included, with big-time optimism. The ceiling was always there, but the worry was, when are we going to see him take significant strides towards that ceiling? And it looks like the 6'7" frame with some mechanical tweaks is definitely at least heading the right direction. The question isn't whether Carlos Lagrange has the stuff to succeed in the majors. He absolutely does, that plus the size. The real question is, how will he get here and how long could it take? Will he continue to refine his command and be the true frontline starter that everybody dreams of? Or is he going to be a shaky command guy and they're going to pull him up anyway and he'll be maybe a 3 or 4 that has potential upside to throw a gem every now and again? Or the other option is, will he end up being a bullpen role where he can become a dominant closer like Betances, who honestly he's compared to a lot? Either way, the Yankees have a special arm on their hands, the hardest throwing player in the system, a true lottery ticket fastball that could change the fortune of himself and the back end of that pitching rotation for a long time to come. Carlos Lagrange is no longer just a prospect, he's a ticking time bomb of potential, and it's up to Matt Blake and this pitching lab in New York to unlock it. When would you hope to see Carlos Lagrange? I think we could see him as soon as next year on a similar timeline to Cam Schlittler, but we'll see. I'm Chris Drew. This is Chris and Pat. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure you like and sub and comment who you want a video on next. Also, big shout out to Yankees Farm for kind of documenting like all these players and like having a home for them. So if you're a big Yankees fan and you're interested in like getting deep into the weeds, go tap in with Yankees Farm.